Hi, I'm Dana Mathewson. I'm 29 years old. I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm a wheelchair tennis player. I became injured when I was 10 and a half years old. I was running sprints at soccer practice. That was my sport of choice. I did not like tennis, actually, and my back started to hurt really, really badly. Cut to 2 hours later, I looked down at my foot and I tried to move it and nothing was happening. And they rushed me to the hospital and they found out I got a really rare autoimmune disease called transverse myelitis, which means that your immune system attacks your spine and it happens all of a sudden. They still don't know why it happens. Losing my legs, in essence, was really hard for me, especially as a 10-year-old. That's when you're kind of going into middle school, high school, where you really want to fit in, especially as a girl. You want to look just like all the other girls. You want to look, pretty and fit in and what have you. So having that on top of not being able to walk, not being able to play soccer, not being able to run around with my friends, it was horrible. But that's why I'm so grateful to my mom for signing me up for all those different activities that she did. And I was really adamant that that wasn't possible. I was like, what are wheelchair sports? They're going to be boring. They're not going to be competitive. But she insisted. And she signed me up for basketball. She signed me up for rugby, which was insane. She signed me up for tennis. And I went to a camp and I picked up a racket and I just fell in love with the sport. And I've been playing it ever since. There's a lot of times in my life, or just day to day, that I'm reminded that I'm disabled. When I'm on a tennis court, I'm free. When I'm in my tennis chair, I can run, in essence, and get to balls just like anyone would on their feet. I can be fast, I can be agile, I can do all the sorts of things that I know that I'm capable of from even prior to my injury, I guess, if that makes sense. It's fun. I like seeing what my body can do, and I feel genuinely that my body is a lot stronger now in ways than it was prior to my injury. So I love being on a tennis court. It pushes my limits and it makes me feel limitless, really. I think that sport in general, whether you're disabled or not, is a great way to figure out who you are. It's a great way to learn a lot of life lessons. It's a great way to learn how to work with others, how to problem solve. But especially when you're coming out of a fresh injury or you're disabled, it can really give you your sense of independence back. I know that's what tennis did for me. Tennis can be really frustrating, and that you have to really figure out what the problems are and spin them yourself, and that can be really emotionally taxing and mentally taxing, but it's also kind of what I love about tennis. I'm really stubborn and I love solving puzzles, and I think that's probably why I love the sport so much.